Damien, could you, we have a few questions. Would you be able to join us? Damien, are you there? Damien.
So Albert
Damien.
opens the window and just starts shouting for Damien to come hither, like a very gracious guest in someone's house.
So it sounds like all roads lead to our monster hunter friend, as you keep saying.
I mean, we did assist her. We should technically be in her good graces.
I mean, as to what that exactly means.
I think we were used,
Yeah.
Albert.
Yeah, that's one of us can drive the wagon. The rest of you can hide in the back. We'll maybe take some crates and make it look as if it's a wine shipment, and then I think I should drive the horse, and somebody can disguise me.
Awesome. So the guard starts to give you a skeptical look, but he allows it. Look, just be more upfront with us next time. All right, you can pass.
Although this weapon has been very faithful to me, I am no longer in need of it. So I'd like to sell this. And then along my travels, I also came across this sword, and I pull out the dragon sword, the silver sword.
Is he pulling giant weapons out of his pants?
Yeah. Perfect. So you all are turning around and going back to the inn.
Yes?
Because everything sounds like a bad idea at this point.
Just clarifying
No,
where you're going.
I'm not giving you shit at all, but literally everything
100%
sounds like a bad
intonation.
fucking idea.
It's the intonation.
Well, you're outsiders, and your rudeness has really just reinforced how we treat you, so have a nice day.
That is not Bapef at all. Bapef, what's come over you?
Who's the friendly Bapef that I know?
I learned the value of coins.
It poisons us all. You know what? I'm gonna do something here that might be very dumb.
Send it.
Fuck yeah.
I love when Miles does dumb things.
I'm gonna get fairly far away from the group, like a few blocks as they're going to the hotel.
Mhm.
Then walk forward a little bit so like I'm not associated with the group, and then I want to go up to a guard and talk to him.
Gentlemen, if a word I think is in order, if I'm not mistaken. Perhaps somewhere privately.
Why don't you join us upstairs in our room?
So is that the plan then, gentlemen? Or are we going to head to the haunted ruins? The Silver Dragon, and then worry about the hag?
I think that's our best option, honestly, is stack the cards in our favor before dealing with her.
So he has a vampiric spear, and we're fighting vampires, and nobody finds this odd at all? Nobody?
Worst case scenario, I do turn into a vampire. Wouldn't that be a good thing?
I guess we're at the winery. We didn't long rest yet, right? It's still dusk of the day. We've fought.
No, it's the beginning of the day.
Yeah,
It's the morning.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys did
We read the book
chapter.
as soon as we woke up.
Yep.
And we took damage and got
But
fucked
that's
up.
the thing. We're
And-
damaged, and it's early in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Go back. Can we go back to sleep? Can we take an afternoon nap or a mid-morning nap?
No, you cannot.
I'm sure we short rested. Unless I'm remembering.
I mean, I think you guys might have short rested, but you're not going to get a long rest right after another.
I don't. If you guys did take a short rest,
We
let me
did not
know and
short
I'll roll
rest.
some hit dice.
I
Yeah, I
don't
don't think we did.
Yeah, I'm like.
Yeah, so you guys woke up early that morning, read a chapter of the book itself, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong there. So we will say you were gone for about 2 hours. So we'll say it's like mid-morning, like 10 o'clock.
Is our host anywhere to be seen?
No, your host is not around at the moment. They gave you some privacy in the dining room.
I think we wanted to talk to our host.
Maybe we want to chat each other first.
Yeah, where exactly did we leave off? Did we talk about going in, or did we zone back and then end the session?
you guys zoned back and started asking questions around like what we brought back, if we were hurt, those types of things.
Yeah, I know I had dirt with no blood.
And I was talking about how like Richten and like how his.
You got a
prowess
new
was.
spell.
Got a sword. Okay, so we're basically right past the recap of all of us kind of chatting about what just happened.
Yeah, because two of you came back with silvered swords, Chalo, and I can't remember who the other one was.
It was me, but I gave it to
Bazzlo.
Bazzlo.
Got it. Yeah. So add the silver swords into your inventory if you have one, please. And then whoever is holding the book, please add the Tome of Strahd into your inventory as well.
I got that. I'll add it.
Yeah, so you all are sitting around the table still discussing the experience you just had, being teleported into Barovia in the distant past. Some of you are quite bruised and broken. You're also finding out the limits of your intelligence as well. How does this start? What do you guys want to do?
Well, gentlemen, I think that arose some questions and answered a few. I'm quite battered and bruised. What about you guys?
I'm pretty capped out too myself. I need a short rest here.
I'm honestly quite spent.
Some
I'm
rest would
fresh.
do the body good.
Yes, and I see it's still quite early.
One way to start your day. How about you?
Well,
other
do we
guys?
want to take a short rest for those of you who need it, and then perhaps go ask our Raven friends a few questions?
Sure. What are we asking them? Are we still not telling them about this book?
I want to ask about the where's my book? House of the Silver Dragon, or the Order of the Silver Dragon. If they know what that location is, I think we've been told about it before, but I'm just having a hard time remembering.
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah, so as you guys are just kind of meandering about, you do hear people going to and fro outside of the dining room that you all are in at the moment. Actually, let's just go ahead and pull up a map here. Wizard Wines. I'll just go ahead and clear this out. If you don't see your token on there, go ahead and use it. You guys are in this. You're upstairs, excuse me. So seems like a pretty normal morning at the Wizards of the Wines here.
All right, lads, what are we going to tell our hosts about this? Do you think they can help us in any way?
If their family has been here a while, they probably, I would assume, know the land a bit better than us, and could maybe point us in the right direction or give us a heads up if we are indeed trying to go get their additional stone. I know we've talked about it a little bit, but maybe there's some more information to be gained.
You raise a good point, Albert. You know how the book has its table of contents? Maybe our hosts here know a little bit more about the timeline that refers to.
My thoughts would be maybe the second half of the book. The first half of the book is, from what I can decipher, before he became a vampire, which may have been a time before Barovia being this kind of pocket dimension, if you will. Although it's not that, but being isolated from the rest of the world.
Is there a way we can ask them without cluing them into what we're thinking or what we found?
I mean, well, we've obviously spoken to the gypsies, and they're the ones that gave us a card. So if we were going to ask about the dragon, we could just relate it to the fortune we've been told. In addition to that, I think just asking the history they can tell us about Strahd's rulership here. Maybe we can.
I'm very curious as to his marriage, because we're looking for ways to get at him, and that seems like maybe that would be a very clear weak spot for him.
Or a very easy way to piss him
for
off.
the women.
Yes.
So without divulging the book, we could just ask about his marriage and if they know about anything about his living life. This was quite a while ago.
Yeah. With that being said, I'm not sure telling them about the book would necessarily be a bad thing. It seems, like Strahd's diary. It's probably not likely that most people know about it.
And after what we went through, I don't think anybody else would want to read it if we told them how dangerous it can be.
But I'll leave that up to the group. I don't know how much harm or good that would do us telling them about it.
No, I think I trust your judgment.
People talk. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, it's not like Strahd doesn't know we already have the diary.
That's true.
He doesn't. At least we don't think he does.
We don't know for sure.
Oh, he definitely does.
Well, actually,
he likely knows.
Likely knows.
He doesn't. We can't say for certain he knows. We can say for certain he knows we destroyed the tree.
He doesn't know.
Right.
That
we know that he knows that we know that he doesn't know.
He can benefit us. Play dumb. But I guess maybe our friend, our other friend, might want to know about this book. I don't know, our vampire hunter. What's his name?
He may be able to give us some insight into how to, I don't know, how this happened, how to counter maybe some of Strahd's strength.
When you say the monster hunter, you're referring to Rictavio, right?
Rictavio, yes.
I will remind
but he may
you
make nothing of it. It may not be worth it to go find him just to show him he may know nothing.
What's that, DM?
If you'll remember, that's not his real name. Just
yeah, it's.
What was it? What was his name, Chalo?
Oh, Ricky Rick.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ricky. Man.
Rick something, yeah.
Something.
Von Richten.
Von Richten.
I'm disappointed in all of you right now.
I mean, as far as covert names go, it's not really clever, is it?
Yeah.
Is it not Von Richten?
I
have him in
right,
here as Von Richten Vampire Hunter.
You're good there, but everything else was disappointing.
Rick von Liechtenstein? I think that's what it is.
Yes, great. Good Heath Ledger joke. Indeed.
Thank you. Thanks for noticing. That's all I wanted. Was approval.
Well, I suppose we should go ask them then, right?
Yeah,
Why
well,
not?
if one stone led us to this, then maybe the other stone. These stones are going to lead us to more.
Well, they said there
Yes.
were only 3.
But there's a hag there.
Chalo wants to fight the hag.
Hags always know a good cup of tea about of others around the area.
Chalo, have you perhaps fought a hag before?
Oh, yes, they are quite the worthy opponent.
No, but I've read about them.
You cannot underestimate hags.
My plan was to flirt with her.
I heard
It's
they're much
also-
like devils, in
Yeah.
where they're trying to always make a deal.
I like his plan. I want to see this happen.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take one for the team.
Seduce first, fight second? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Doesn't sound like a bad
Yep,
idea.
sure.
As long as she likes my singing,
I read
it'll be
a-
fine.
I read a tome of a chap named Garton that went to Avernus and hooked up with a hag.
Oh.
Oh, I think I
Yeah.
read the same tome. Didn't he catch one of those diseases?
I believe that was a sad, unfortunate truth, but it was a good overall read.
It was very, very entertaining.
Damn, the illiterate barbarian can read. Interesting.
Well, of course, they tell tales about it around the campfire.
It was a picture book.
A
His mother
picture
read it.
book.
Yeah, I read the book.
One of
He
the
heard of
pop-up
it through
books,
through the barbarians.
All right.
So we go out to try to find our host.
Yeah. Whose name is?
Damien?
Hey, there, someone's got it. The token is on the screen. Yeah. So, which one of you is going to holler for Damien here?
Damien, could you? We have a few questions. Would you be able to join us? Damien, are you there? Damien.
So Albert
Damien.
opens the window and just starts shouting for Damien to come hither, like a very gracious guest in someone's house.
No, I opened the door to try to talk inside.
Yeah. So as you're shouting for your host here, you hear something close and maybe a slight sigh, and someone starts walking up the stairs towards you all. In that case, and Damien appears from the stairwell and walks in. Yes, Albert. How can I help you?
I hope I'm not taking you away from your duties. And again, if we have overstayed our welcome, please allow me to know. But we did have some questions regarding the realm that maybe you could help us with.
As in,
I don't know if the Order is still around, but have you heard of the Order of the Silver Dragon?
Order of the Silver Dragon. I do know there is an old mansion with quite a crumbling dragon out in front of it, just south of Vallaki. From my understanding, it's quite haunted. The manor is itself.
And is it like a stronghold of sorts, or is it just an old house?
It's from what I understand and what the order has told us, our order, mind you. It is quite a formidable structure. It is more than just a mere manor, but I can't quite tell you much more than that.
So just big, haunted, old stronghold. Okay.
South of Vallaki, you say?
Yes. Where the road splits if you go south of what's the pond called? Just south of the lake. Where the old crumbling watchtower is.
And in addition to that, we were hoping you could share just what you know of. Do you know anything about Strahd's rise to power, or the history of him within the last however many years? Just anything you could share?
I mean, gonna have to be a little more specific in that case. I do know of his hold on this place and the some of what he's ruled, but that's a pretty broad topic.
Well, let me ask.
Well, I was looking for as much information as you could give. Go ahead, Bazzlo.
Sorry, but I was just going to ask, do you know of any maybe great opponents he had in the past? Any folks who maybe wanted to usurp his power or had the power before him?
There's been a few adventurers in recent years. There's seems to be a mad wizard that came to defeat him, and that didn't go so well. There has been some adventurers who have tried his power, and I will also say that there's been a few villager uprisings that haven't gotten very far.
What do you know of his wives, or
His wives, not much other than that they are stowed away from time to time. They typically keep to the castle. It's not often that we see any of his cohort out and about unless something's afoot. We see more Richten than anybody else. He does take new consorts quite often. I can't say that.
Yeah, we ran into that recently. Can you tell us anything about Richten?
I mean, just that he's been Strahd's right hand for quite a long time. There's tales of people approaching him or being in his presence and hearing the anguished screams of people just by being around him. And just much that he's not to be trifled with. If there are things that need to be done, he's typically Strahd's first pick.
I think that's all Damien could maybe help us with.
Maybe one last thing. I think we are going to try to retrieve your third stone. Is there anything you can tell us specifically about the swamp or the hag or her lair? I know maybe you've sent scouts to observe the area, or
Yes, I do believe one of my cohort, Marina, is there. Ever since we suspected her of taking our gem. Brez is a cursed place. It's something that was destroyed long before any of us can remember. And Baba Saga is not to be trifled with in any manner. She's very dangerous, and that is her domain. I will say that her and Strahd do seem to be in league together, but can't give you much more than that.
Baba Straga, you say?
La Saga.
La Saga.
if gentlemen, we should keep this in mind that if her and Strahd are in cahoots, and we have retrieved the first stone for our friends here, it wouldn't be impossible that Strahd could warn her that potentially we're trying to get the additional stone.
I don't
Seems
think she sees
logical.
this coming.
That's assuming that they have a very strong allegiance. From my experience, hags, while they may lend aid to other people, can possibly be reasoned or convinced, but
I
Quite
would
neutral sometimes.
dash that.
So we stick with Plan A, seduce.
I would.
What were you saying, DM?
I would really go against that notion. They do seem to be quite close.
that's unfortunate. He must have some hold over her.
Or she wants power.
You must remember, Strahd is the land here. He holds sway almost every being here.
Well, we hold sway over a certain winery, so I don't see how we couldn't maybe find a way to negotiate with her, but we'll have to be careful.
Chances are she might know you're coming, especially if you have brought us back the gem. She is quite a intelligent creature, I will say that.
Perhaps it's
And
worth
quite ruthless.
It's worth, if we do intend to confront her, running it by our monster hunter friend. Perhaps he has some sort of strategy. Otherwise, at least not today, I don't think we're in fit enough state.
So it sounds like all roads lead to our monster hunter friend, as you keep saying.
I mean, he told us to meet him in Vallaki. If we do intend on perhaps going to this dinner invite, we will need some new clothes. And my curiosity is piqued on how the city has changed since we last left it. But it's honestly, this is a group endeavor, so we need to decide together what we think the best course of action is going to be.
We
Well,
could always use that
things-
as an opportunity to gather some supplies as well.
Well, keeping in mind as well, we are on a timeline with having to visit that
Yeah,
accursed vampire's castle.
It's
Well,
DM. Is it tomorrow night for the dinner invite? I'm assuming.
I am pulling up right now. I think it's 2 nights from now.
The original letter was, what, 3
We
days?
went through
if I'm not mistaken?
3 days.
Yeah.
We went through one night already, so I'm assuming
Yep.
it's
That was the
tonight
first
and then
minute.
tomorrow night.
Yeah. So 3 days from there. So let's go ahead and pull up the calendar. So that's why this exists. All right. Awesome. Dinner at Strahd. So no, it is. You guys got back on the 22nd. That was that first night there. The 23rd is today. So you have tomorrow and the day after is Sunday.
Let me ask you this: is there anybody in the city of Vallaki that you find trustworthy, or perhaps could be of help to us?
I mean, you've met them already. My family at the Blue Water.
Yeah, we've
Inn.
already been working with them.
Yes, I know. Perhaps a purveyor of goods or something. Just anything that would be helpful.
I mean, I don't think the shopkeepers will scoff at your coin if that's
We
what you're
didn't
asking.
exactly leave on bad terms. They just didn't go the way we wanted them.
I would perhaps try to keep a low profile when you do go back to Vallaki.
I think it's the wisest words
yes.
we've heard all morning.
Yep. Is there anything to steer clear of in Vallaki, or other than obviously?
I think maybe the guards, and maybe give Lady Walter a wide berth, and unless you find that you do have some bone to pick with her. But I haven't had a lot of information come from Vallaki as of the last couple days.
I mean, we did assist her. We should technically be in her good graces.
I mean,
As to what that exactly means.
I think we were used,
Yeah.
Albert. Well, we have heard word that there might be a hag in that old mill out by Vallaki. What if we pay that a visit in our time down there?
It is all relatively close.
Maybe that hag knows of the other hag. Maybe we can learn something from
Some
we can do
hag
this one
on hag
first.
crimes.
Ah, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, E Bapef.
I don't know if Baba Saga is a hag. I used that term. She's a witch of the swamp. She could be a hag, but she's just immensely powerful. I will say that.
Wait, why don't we... I mean, hags don't
Mother.
always like each other, even if she is a hag. She's at the very least a witch. Why don't we see her feelings on whether she'll work with us against that hag?
Exactly. They usually don't like to be friends, these witches and hags, from what I've read.
But they often do not try to cause each other harm. Do have well, he said that one of them is more of a witch and less of a hag.
Let's test the waters. Let's find out.
Maybe a hag three-way is in order.
God.
Just spitballing, boys.
Yeah, there will
What
be
is-
So,
no sexual contact in this campaign. I'm just gonna put that out there right now.
You didn't want to RP that with me, Mike?
No, I do not.
Elzeiros is always giving me the eyes.
I'm not giving you any eyes. We're still not even friends yet.
Oh, come on, Zero.
Workplace associates.
Acquaintances.
Victims of circumstance.
So, you want to go to the windmill and talk to that hag about the witch, or do you want to go to the swamp and talk to the witch about the hag?
I think the witch about the hag is probably the smart move.
And should we pass through Vallaki on the way there, or go straight there?
I think the swamp is on this side of Vallaki, if I'm not incorrect.
Do we need to go to Vallaki?
Not necessarily.
Not really, no.
Well, we got to take into consideration, do we want to go to Strahd's? Do we want to have nice clothes and not bring weapons? Vallaki's about a day from here, I think.
Well, I want
Nobody's
to
at full
kill
strength
a
right now, so
vampire.
going to the swamp might be rough. There's things other than the witch in the swamp that can kill us.
What if we sleep now and go to the
positive.
swamp at night?
The DM will not let you have a long rest right now.
That and it's probably not a good idea.
Guaranteed.
At night either.
Well, that's why I was thinking the windmill, because at least we go through Vallaki if we need to do anything, and then we still get to go do something else.
Don't we need to
Can you
talk with
pull
our
up a
Alright.
map of
Let's go to
Stop
Vallaki
thinking
then, and
about
rest.
it in the thing of a fetch quest, right? Just don't think about it that way.
Let's go to Vallaki and rest and lick our wounds, and then we can continue at full strength.
E Bapef is patting down his clothes. I can't believe this isn't good enough.
Get a new fresh map up here for you.
Quite frankly, I don't care what he thinks about what we dress like. I don't think he'll really care.
So, this is the swamp right here.
Yes, correct.
Okay. And then this is Vallaki. Yeah, I guess we have to like. Oh no, not really. We can just go straight south. Yeah.
Oh, and the manor I was telling you about is here.
Ah, so that is the Haunted Order of the Silver Dragon, potentially, manor.
I don't imagine so.
You can get two birds stoned at one time.
Where did you pick that
Well,
up,
if-
Chalo? Such a beautiful saying.
I'm fairly fresh right now.
Me too.
But I know some of you are more worn down than others.
Some of my more powerful magic is unavailable to me, but I am quite...
So we got to make a decision. What's everybody want to do? Would we like to take it to a vote? Just so
Yeah.
we're not sitting here talking in circles.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Who wants to go rest in Vallaki first?
Aye.
Aye.
E Bapef raises his hand.
Yeah.
Well, it's settled then. To Vallaki it is.
Well, Damien, is there a load we could take to Vallaki for you, or anything you would have us do for you?
As of now, no. There's nothing that we should ask of you any further. I think you're free to go as you will.
Well, we very much appreciate the hospitality of you. Thank you very much. It's just been a long time. It's been a long day already. But we will hopefully be coming back to you with your third stone before too long.
Or you'll see us on the march with the rest of the heroes.
Might I ask what that dusty old tome you have in front of you is?
Tell him.
You mean the tome that's in my robe?
The one that you had out and didn't put away? That one.
So I gotta say when I put something away now. I look at Elzeiros.
You would deny a wizard his tome?
What?
Why are you eyeballing his
I'm
tome?
merely asking a question, gentlemen.
It's his book. He's a nerd.
This is a diary I have been reading.
Well, that sigil looks quite familiar of Strahd's, but just word of advice, I would keep that safely if it is something that might belong to Strahd himself.
I appreciate the words of warning as I stuff it into my fucking cloak. Fucking dick.
Gotcha.
He's trying to warn you.
He's trying to help.
I just
trying to be
think you
nice.
It away.
fucking solid dog.
It's where am I gonna carry? You think I'm gonna walk around with this book in my hand, being like, oh da 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 da? It's getting tucked.
All right. I just won't give you any fucking helpful heads up ever again.
No, I appreciate it. I
Tell the
appreciate it.
damn
It's
man about
tucked.
the
It's
book.
now tucked. It's tucked deep.
Oh, he's talking.
Uh-oh.
What?
We were already very worried about Strahd coming after us for the book. To be fair.
Yeah, I mean.
Now we're certain.
Also, I want to go back and see if that burnt down house has built itself back. It had a good book in there.
That's
That being said, gentlemen, how exactly do we plan on getting into Vallaki without obviously going through the gates? Seems like our faces would be quite noticed.
What if our winery friend needs to
borrow
make
the
a
wine?
delivery?
Oh, we already asked. He
Yes.
doesn't have anything.
Oh, I forgot that.
Oh, but he did offer us a horse and carriage before, if I'm not incorrect.
That was
would we
to
still
go
be able
to
to
the
take him
other
up on
town.
that offer?
That was to go to the other city.
Yes, that was go to Krezik. The other horse and carriage hasn't quite yet returned from Vallaki itself, and I can't just hand out animals willy-nilly, I will say.
Well, we don't need an animal. We just need the carriage.
Yeah, I can make a horse. Do you have a spare cart?
Just makes horses.
I can do that.
So it'll last you about an hour, right, for Spectral Steed?
So the way it's words as written, takes 10 minutes to summon, it can last an hour. It does not say it's limited to one via ritual. So in theory, if you would allow it, at the 50-minute mark, while I'm riding the horse, I should be able to cast it again and keep it up.
Is that just hey, I can cast it, it doesn't take a slot or anything, right?
I can ritually cast it over the course of 10 minutes, or I can use a 3rd level spell slot to cast it in 1 minute.
I think you would have to have it go away and then cast it, so you'd have 10 minutes of not having the horse.
Words as written.
Well, that's fine.
I should be able to make 5 or 6 of them.
10 minutes every hour and wait.
Yeah.
5 or 6.
Rules as written, I should be able to sit there for an hour and get 6 of them. But
what material is it to
that's
trade
true.
this? Is there material?
VS.
VS, got it. I'm just making sure.
Yep.
Isn't there ritual components?
Nope. I can send you the spell.
I'm just making sure, Zach.
No, I'm just saying I can send it to you so you can double check it.
Letting you know.
I'm just letting you know, bud.
What spell is this? Find Steed?
No, Phantom Steed. Legacy 3rd level illusion.
How long does the journey from here to Vallaki take? Does anybody remember? We walked but got interrupted one time and rode a cart the other time. Like 3 hours?
I think it's a bit longer than that.
Well,
We
were
always
walking.
had combat every time. Creatures coming out of the woods.
So we need
The
to
other
factor
thing we
that
can
in,
do
because we will
is-
definitely do that again, probably.
We can stop at the Monster Hunter's Tower if anything bad happens. We do have that option.
Are we taking a quick rest before we head out? I need to know because I am not doing so hot, and I will need to use a spell if we are not.
Oh yes, Bazzlo.
Can we consider us bullshitting as a short rest?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah. You're good.
Quick little pre-travel nappy.
Alright, everybody take a short rest. I'm going to use Arcane Recovery.
I'm playing my Song of Rest, so...
What does your song of rest do?
1d6 hit points, so you can add a 1d6. I pull out my flute and play a little tune.
Oh, everybody gets a D6?
Yeah. As long as you guys can hear me playing the flute.
Playing us a lullaby, man.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I'm back up to full.
What's the lullaby sound like?
This is my sleepy song, sleepy song, sleepy song. And it goes on and on.
DM, will you let us do the horse and cart thing? Do they have a cart to loan us? Or are we just hoofing it?
I'll let you take a wagon. I'm not gonna let you abuse Spectral Steed, just as a heads up. In situations like this, it's fine. But if you try to do any like fucking nonsense with it, we'll have an issue. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you can't just.
As it's written, it can travel 10 miles in an hour. I don't know if you want to half that because he's pulling a cart, or how you want to work speed on that, but that's just what the specs are.
Yeah, we're doing dynamic stuff with travel. We'll put it that way, right? Like I like to think I've been pretty fair with travel for you all. So yeah.
Slap a supercharger on that hoe.
With that being said, can anybody does anybody have the spell Disguise Self or something similar?
I have a disguise in my backpack.
I was
So
also
maybe
thinking, can't somebody make us invisible in case we need that too?
I do not have that spell prepared today.
I mean, I was thinking we all just hide in the wagon and have one person driving it.
Yeah, that's one of us can drive the wagon. The rest of you can hide in the back. We'll maybe take some crates and make it look as if it's a wine shipment, and then I think I should drive the horse, and somebody can disguise me.
Well, does
and we
Chalo
can
have
zoom-
any bad blood here in the town? He wasn't with us at the beginning.
There's a good point.
Chalo?
Who's the most normal looking?
Other than that little tiff at the church, no, not that I can remember.
But would they accept a wine delivery from Chalo?
I mean, who
or would it be odd?
I mean, let's just say that they got it better security because their last shipment got broken into or stolen.
That's fair.
We're
Very
also
fair.
assuming that they don't check the cart, which is a pretty standard procedure at gates.
What if, hold on top of that, what if we just pull our cloaks up and hide in the back, not hide, but sit in the back of the cart? That way we look like travelers that were maybe picked up or something?
I mean, we're just protecting the wine shipment anyway, right? So
Yeah.
who cares if we're
Leopold's
adventurers?
Tiny hut.
Truth be told, we haven't run into too many guards, so there is a chance that the guards do not know about us. But
I mean,
would
also,
assume
if
that
there's one
rumors
place-
have flown around.
If there's one place guards would be, I expect to be on the gate to be aware.
That's my main
Yeah.
concern, is the gate. Or we could just stroll on in and casual about it.
Who, me? I'm banned?
Me? The other option, judging by our map here, we could potentially walk the river north to the lake and come in from the lakeside. Perhaps not be noticed at all.
I believe there's still a gate to the north of the city, before the lake.
At any rate, we should get on the road and discuss this in the wagon.
Agreed.
If this is
Aye.
the course we're taking.
My short rest won't heal me. What the heck?
Oh, you gotta roll them manually.
You gotta
and add it.
manually roll the dice, it won't automatically roll
Won't
the
do
dice for
anymore?
you.
Have
Well,
we acquired
Getting
a
on the
cart?
road. How are we? So there was a bunch of conjecture about how you were all going to appear in the cart. What is the plan?
I'd say we just pull our hoods up, look like travelers. We
ev-
hide or make them more suspicious.
I'm thinking the same thing. The more we try to create an elaborate ruse, the worse it's going to go if we get discovered.
So I spend 11 minutes outside summoning the horse. And I hook the horse up to the cart. And then I hop up on the horse and say, everybody hop in.
Awesome. And then what does everybody else's somewhat disguises what their hoods look like here then?
Well, being the only probably dragonborn in Barovia, I am tucked safely into the back of the cart, not visible at all.
Could we disguise him because he's the most conspicuous?
I mean,
It's
yeah,
actually
this
not a
guy's
bad
a-
idea.
Well, I only have one kid, so if you guys think it's worth it, that's all I've got.
You know what? They are short a pastor now. He could be from the church, and we could just be headed towards the church.
With the wine delivery?
Well, we don't have to be delivering wine. We can just be from the church. What do you think about
Maybe
that,
talk-
Muru? Can you,
Why not both? Why not say we just picked him up on the way and he was going to the church?
That seems doable as well.
I can also make him invisible in the back if we do come to that.
All right.
So is that the plan then?
I guess nobody's speaking up.
Yeah, have me sit invisible
Well,
instead of using your disguise.
Yeah. I don't know how disguise is going to help. That's. You can disguise him as a pastor. Why not? Let's do it.
Or just
Is that what?
Yeah, disguise him as anything other than a dragonborn.
Okay. That works for me. We can do it on the way.
Well, disguise kits. How to disguise? Is it a disguise kit or a disguise?
It's a disguise kit.
Okay. I don't think disguise kits technically change the race of.
Yeah.
It just straight up is like hats and hair dye and props and disguises.
Let's just
it-
test the waters,
We
and
put
if
him
we
in a
get
box
attacked
and the
at the
rest of
gate,
us ride.
we kill them all.
I guess that's what it's got to be.
I think we just head on
Either
in
a
there
box
and
or a spacious barrel.
Oh,
Yes.
why don't we get a coffin?
We can also just, if we encounter trouble at the gate, we can just not go in.
we can come back with a new idea.
Yeah. But we have to get to the gate first, so.
Off we go.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So you into the mists, leaving the winery. So the dotted lines there, not rough terrain, but medium terrain or whatever. So as you're going along, your cart is bumping. Is everybody on the cart, or are there people walking as well?
E Bapef's walking, keeping an eye out, because every single time we travel, we encounter something, so E Bapef's on alert.
I'm just hanging off the back, sitting.
Perfect. You come up on the first crossroads at the bridge. And we'll say, what pace are you all moving at? Is it a normal pace? Is it a slow pace? Is it a fast pace?
Normal pace, I would say. That's how I'm driving the horse, as to keep it with some energy in case we need to get the fuck out.
I'm gonna need whoever's leading the horse or driving the wagon to give me a perception check as you come up on the bridge here, the crossroad. If you'll remember correctly as well, this is where you replaced the sign a few sessions back. So
Natural 20.
As you make your way to the crossroads, you do notice that everything seems to be eerily quiet. You feel unaccosted for the first time in quite a while on the roads here in Barovia. Would you like to continue on down the roads? Would you like to pause? What's the thought here as the group?
What time is it? How much time did it take us to get here?
Yeah, we'll say you left. We'll say it's about noon where you guys are at. You did quite a bit of talking and preparing back at the winery.
You gents good to keep going?
Aye. Good to keep going.
See no reason to stop.
Seems surprisingly calm this time.
We keep it moving.
Awesome. So, are you guys going to go north up towards Lake Barktalk, or are you going to go south around the down here?
Albert, would you want to pop in the tower, see if there's anything amiss?
We can hop through the tower, but that is a more treacherous route. We could probably make better time if we went south.
Very well.
Does anybody else want to stop at the tower?
Why not?
No need to.
But I'm partial either way.
I'm gonna keep the horse on the smoother route and go south.
Perfect. Yeah. So you continue on here. You come up to the split in the road where they pointed out to you, possibly where the old haunted manor is in that case. You make that bend in the road there, coming upon the next crossroad in that case. So go ahead and give me another perception check.
Everyone?
Nope, just Albert.
22.
Hell it.
Yeah, again, really quiet and calm for the first time in quite some time here. You begin, rolling up over the bridge. Vallaki is now in sight. We'll say it's about 1:30 or so. You're moving at a normal pace in that case. Let's see here.
Gentlemen, we're getting close to the city. If somebody else wants to get up here and do the talking, you're more than welcome to. If not, I'm just going to kind of wing it going into the city.
Bapef's going to hop into the cart now that we're getting closer and look out and see if there's any smoke still billowing above the city. I know it's been a bit, but...
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check. Yeah, so as you're moving, you can't quite tell. The mist themselves are obscuring just above the city, so you can't tell if there's any smoke rising or anything else. You guys are, we'll say a good 200-300 meters away from the gate here at this point. Would you like to stop? Would you like to just continue on towards the gate? What do you guys want to do?
Stop for a minute. Just a quick game plan.
We'll say you just crossed the bridge there. Yeah, it's a little further out, but yeah. About half a mile away, yeah.
Before we go in there and before we approach this, I can definitely come up front with you, Albert, if you'll be willing to maybe pose as my grandfather, should we need to maybe get to that if they start asking questions. But I can do the talking and just let them know we're here to bring some wine into... Or should I mention the wine? What do you lads think?
Bazzlo, I'm 25. How am I going to play your grandfather?
No, you do not look 25, Albert.
God damn it.
I'm thinking
maybe in
we,
wild stream.
as long as they don't ask to escort us once we cross the city gates, we'll just see how it goes. I'll let you guys do the talking.
Maybe I'll just start with saying we'd like entry, and then if they ask why, we'll just say we're going to the Blue Water Inn. If they ask why, maybe
We're
we
looking to
mention
rest
wine at that
somewhere.
point. We're looking to rest, okay. And then I do
Because
have a
we
couple
don't have any
spells.
wine.
That's my worry. So, all right, we'll keep it nice and open. And then I do have one more spell slot here. Not the most powerful one, but I can turn our dragon friend here invisible. So I go ahead and lick my flute, and basically Silver comes over Muurujin, and he becomes invisible as I cast invisibility 2nd level.
Ooh, fancy.
And I invite Bazzlo to get up and to. Do you want to be on the horse or do you want to lead the horse?
I'll stand next to the horse if you want to stay on it. Provide me some backup, unless you're trying to hide in the back.
No, I'm fine. I've got plenty of fireballs to go around.
All right. So yeah, I'll just take up position next to Albert and kind of walk along the side of his horse as we approach.
Okay, cool. So as you start to approach the gates here, you do see that they are open in this case since it is daytime. That there does seem to be a crowd behind some guards. Seems to be struggling somewhat to keep some of these people in. It's not a large group of people here, but there are 2 guards standing out in front of the gates themselves, watching as you approach.
When you say
Is it-
keeping people in, do you mean inside the city walls?
Correct.
All right, so we begin to approach. I let out a
Awesome.
nice wave, friendly wave.
Yeah, so as you begin to approach the guards themselves, please state your business, gentlemen in Vallaki.
Hey,
Cross
hello,
their
good
pikes
sir.
in front of you, barring the way here.
Hello, good lads. Just me and my grandfather here, weary of travels, and we seek the Blue Water Inn for a place to sleep and rest for the night.
Grandfather, he looks like he's 25 years old. What do you mean?
Well, he does have this strange aging thing about him where he looks much younger than his age. You know these new youngins these days.
Wizard magic and all that. I've done
Yeah.
some stuff to keep myself youthful.
Yeah, both of you go ahead and give me a deception check.
Oops.
Natural 1.
Kids these days.
Well, your friend seems to be telling somewhat of the truth, but you, Mr. Wizard, just are completely lying to us. So I only can imagine that he's lying to us as well. Again, please state your business here and be truthful this time.
Yes, I apologize. We are here to seek the Blue Water Inn. We are here to basically try their wine.
To
and
try
meet with
their
our
wine.
friends.
When did you suddenly become the least charismatic bard of all time?
What are we
struggling
on
today.
session 24 now? 24 sessions ago.
So as you begin talking, they start poking around the wagon. Another guard breaks away from the small crowd there that they seem to be pushing back or dispersing in this case. So you're saying you're going to try the wine at the Blue Water Inn? And he looks at some of the crates and barrels you have in here. Why would you try the same wine that you have here in the carts?
Well, we do bring it in and out. We have before. We've been here before, and we've brought wine in. So, we're bringing some in, and also just trying whatever they have there.
It's been a long
Alright.
day. We just want wine and rest, my good sir.
I'm gonna ask this one more time. What is your purpose here in Vallaki? Because everything is not adding up in this case.
Well, we also want to purchase some nice clothing. We've been wearing the same clothing for some time, so we would like to purchase goods and maybe add to your great economy here in the city.
Economy, he says. They just start to shake down. Okay, we'll just go ahead and take a look at your cart if that's okay then.
Oh, well, you just said you saw the wine, so I don't understand what else you would look or be worried about.
I mean, we are you saying that we shouldn't check the wine here?
Well, I mean, you could, but you could also let us in so we can pay coin in your nice city. I don't see
Sir,
the issue here,
you've
lads.
just been lying to us this whole time.
Well, I just want to be seen, I'm trying to, write a new album, basically, so, sorry. Just,
Wine albums? What are you talking about?
What is happening?
a great song on my flute. I'm becoming a great bard, and I just wanted to impress you with me and the story of my grandfather.
Oh, this is starting to make sense. You're the guard looks over to you, Albert. Is he a little slow?
More than a little, my friend. I'm sorry I've let you converse with him this long, honestly.
Bazzlo, what is your reaction to this?
Indeed, I am a bit slow and tired.
Gentlemen, we've had a change of guard here, as you can rightfully see, and they point behind the gate, and there's piles of what seem to be burnt decorations from the festivals past. Look, if you have wine, we will let you in, but I will say, being untruthful with us is probably the worst thing that you could do. You said you've been here before. What have you done here in Vallaki?
Well, we've resupplied the wine by helping clear the winery of foul beasts, and we secured quick trade routes between the winery and here before.
Wait a second. Were you the adventurers here the first time then?
Well, there's all sorts of adventurers. We've certainly been here.
Go ahead and roll for
Which ones?
deception.
I mean, he didn't
We
technically
are-
lie.
We are adventurers. It's kind of what I was saying. But
Go ahead and roll for deception. Awesome. So the guard starts to give you a skeptical look, but he allows it. Look, just be more upfront with us next time. All right, you can pass. I would just be about yourself, and please don't cause any ruckus. It's been quite a lot of upheaval here, and I would really hate to see you join those in the town square from the noose.
absolutely. Thank you for your passage, good sirs.
As we go in, I want to just peek an eye out of the wagon, see if I can discern what the hell's going on between the crowd and the guards.
Wait, were you hiding?
Yeah, we're all
We're
just
not
sitting in the
hiding.
wagon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't there like the front part and then the back part?
No, this is
So
more
It's
of
a
like
wagon
a
for carrying supplies.
yeah. Think
I didn't
2
know we
foot
had
high,
wine.
tall.
Like a non-covered
Right.
wagon.
You
Yeah.
don't have wine. That's why he was looking at the barrels and stuff that you did have that were very clearly marked with Wizards of the Wine stamps and insignias, though.
God.
Still, just want to poke my hand around, see what I can see.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I begin driving the horse, I guess, towards the crowd of people that's trying to escape.
I mean, it's not a large crowd, and it's been dispersed while you guys were talking. In that case, yeah. So Chalo, as you look around here, you do see burned piles of decorations, and you notice that the guards seem to be a little bit different than last time. But that's all you can really make out here as you look around and take in your surroundings.
Yep.
Anybody else?
Oh, that was fun.
Good one, Bazzlo. You got us through without a hitch.
Yeah, thanks. Maybe Els can do it next time.
Gladly.
You hear a very muffled sigh of relief from a barrel.
Awesome. So yeah, as you all ride your way into Vallaki through a pretty tense situation with the guards, I guess we'll say, you do notice that things are a little more in disarray. There is smoldering piles, not giant plumes of smoke here in the city, and there's definitely dead bodies hanging from different like lamp posts and things like that around the town as you drive through it. You're passing the church right now.
I still have Theron's ashes on me, don't I? I think for now we just keep moving it to the tavern, right?
Yeah. Bapef's gonna look around and just see if any of these hanging bodies are recognizable.
Give me a perception check. Yeah, so as you take a look at these bodies that are in various states of decay and different types of damage done to them, none of the bodies that you pass by look familiar at this point. But also, as you're looking around, you do see guards marching, and they seem to have a purple patch now woven into their band or their arms, essentially like a purple armband in that case.
Are there a lot of guards? Like
More than normal?
Yeah. I know this place always had a lot of guards, but
Or less than normal might be.
You're right.
I don't know, give me a perception check.
16.
Yeah, so you start taking in your surroundings, and you look at the guards that you pass by here. You will see that there is markedly less, but there's still quite a few, especially for a city, at least in the parts where you've gone through just now.
We can talk about this when we arrive, fellas. Just, I'd say keep your eyes out as we go.
I was thinking the same thing.
Fuck. The other thing I thought about, maybe we should go to the children's hospital first.
Oh, why is that?
I don't want to discuss this too loudly in the streets.
Oh, we're already here. Might as well.
I lean back to the party and whisper, that lady's sons frequented that bar. Lady Walker's sons frequented that bar. It may not be the best spot for us to go if we're trying to avoid that.
That is a very good point.
I didn't think about it until right now. I very much apologize for that.
Well, to the orphanage we go then.
Or the church, I would say.
The church seems compromised as well.
Which one?
What if we find a new inn? One that may not have heard our faces or seen our faces or heard our names yet.
I was fairly certain that there was the only one inn.
What about the Baron's estate?
I can only assume it's been reoccupied at some point, but we could go drive by it.
Awesome. I'm going to need you all to give me a stealth check.
Wait, for what?
because you all are in a city that you helped overthrow, and
Well,
you're
We're
trying
going
to
to
be
the hot
stealthy.
spots of the city
We're on a horse and
Look
a
at
wagon.
that!
We can't be that
with
stealthy.
a fucking undead horse and a fucking wagon full of adventure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think weirder things have happened in Barovia, yeah?
Okay.
That's true.
We are missing... Are we missing it?
Muru.
Okay. Daniel!
Daddy!
I missed it.
I need you to roll for stealth.
Sorry, yep.
Perfect. So yeah, at this point, no one seems to be taking notice of you and your giant spectral steed, which is a really good point. But you begin to go past the Blue Water Inn here at this point, or are you gonna swerve off and stay on the side streets?
Albert,
We'll
maybe
go,
we should get on to the side streets.
We're gonna have to go past the Blue Tavern Inn one way or another.
I mean, it'll probably be more suspicious if we try and be less suspicious. Let's just go
Yeah.
down the main street.
Yep, we just continue down.
Perfect. And we're heading to the Burgermaster's house, correct?
To
I
the
think we're
that direction. We're heading in that direction.
But yeah,
Past
we're
it.
gonna do a drive-by because he's the triangle of dots to the right. He's the top dot there.
Yes, he's the one across from Stockyard.
So if we see it's occupied, I think we'll probably just go to the yard and maybe check out the shops.
Got it. Cool. So as you are all going along here, you do pass the Blue Water Inn. You do see that there's chimney rising, or smoke rising from the chimney in that case as well. You don't see anybody outside, out and about, and you do notice that there's not as many townsfolk out at the moment. It's mostly just guards as you all continue your way through the city here. As you roll up to the Burgermaster's mansion, you notice that the windows have been broken out. There seems to be furniture out in the front yard as well. It looks like it's been ran through at this point, but it doesn't seem like there seems to be anybody at least interacting with the mansion as it stands right now.
Do you guys want to stash out in here?
Yeah, it seems like the least conspicuous place.
Yes, but let's
It's
not
safe.
do it right now. Let's keep going and then make a
Yeah.
plan, maybe, or wait till there's less eyes.
Yeah. Well, I think we won't stop moving, and we'll continue to go to the yard down there.
Got it. So as you all roll into the stockyard here, you notice a familiar wagon in that case, and some of the shopkeepers. Yeah.
This was Von Richter's wagon, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
He's got his beast in the back.
Yep.
Which means he should be in the city somewhere. We should maybe try to seek him out. I would like to just passively be looking for him.
Okay, cool.
I would like to visit the blacksmith.
I mean, there is two shops here. It's the general store as well as the apothecary in that case.
I thought there was a blacksmith down here too.
But there was a blacksmith.
It's the general store. It's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
yeah.
Walk into the shop, Chalo. I'll go ahead and dismiss the steed or depending on what time he is, he'll either stay there or be dismissed.
I mean, we'll say you've cast it twice at this point, so up to you.
Whichever. I'll follow Chalo into the shop.
Perfect. And you recall that this shop is mostly an outside shop. You are, kind of under an awning in this case, right? And so you walk up to the stock and you see the husband and wife again who run the store. Gentlemen, how can we help you today?
Well, good day to you, sir. Got a couple items I want to maybe have you look out and if possible purchase from me, and then also want to purchase a shield.
We might have a simple shield, but not much more.
Yeah, that'll do. No, I'm not looking for anything too crazy. First, I'm gonna go into my pouch and I guess I can't really pull out a warhammer out of my pouch. I have a harness, and that's where I'm keeping the warhammer. I grab the warhammer, and as seems I don't. Although this weapon has been very faithful to me, I am no longer in need of it. So I'd like to sell this. And then along my travels, I also came across this sword, and I pull out the dragon sword, the silver sword.
Is he pulling giant weapons out of his pants?
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure if I want to sell it, but I was wondering if you could tell me anything about this sword.
I mean, it looks like a finely crafted sword. So that's about all I can tell you. And there looks to be a silver dragon there.
Okay, but no, you can't discern it to be anything special, or don't know anything about this dragon.
I mean, we're humble shopkeepers here in Vallaki. Yeah, I don't know too much about the craftsmanship of that sword, but it looks really, really nice.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna hold on to this sword, but I will sell the warhammer, and I'll take one shield, please.
I'm gonna lean into Albert and say, "What does he think you are? Window dressing?"
Some of our party members confuse me a lot.
Yeah. So
I think they actually have a shield.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, we don't really have a shield here. We really only have what's on the standard adventuring gear list. To be quite honest with you.
Would that list happen to include arrows of any form?
Yeah, yes, we have a quiver full of arrows, indeed.
Could I buy a quiver full of arrows from you then?
Yes, that'll be 50 gold.
What? How many arrows are in that quiver?
The gouging these days.
The 20 arrows.
You want to charge me 2.5 gold per arrow?
Could you maybe think about where you're at, sir, and how hard
I think I'm not in this shop anymore. I'm going to walk out the door.
I follow Elzeiros, and I lean up to him as he's walking out. I could probably help you make arrows. That seems crazy. That's expensive.
Honestly, we could stay here and sell arrows and retire as kings.
Yes, you make a good point. E Bapef wants, as me and Els walk away, I point towards the apothecary and ask Els, perhaps you want to come with me? I want to get some more potions.
Yes, let's do that. I need something to cleanse my palate after that interaction.
Gentlemen, forgive my friend. He's broke. It's bad.
I mean, you guys, most of you have been here before, and you seem quite shocked at the prices, even though we've definitely had this conversation before.
Yes, I remember. Goods are scarce here, therefore prices are high. Could you remind me what you're charging for a potion of healing?
I mean, we don't really have potions of healing here at the stockyard. Again, you'll have to take a look over the... I guess maybe we do? Let me take a look here.
I thought you said basic adventuring equipment. You do.
Yeah, so I need 500 gold pieces for one of those, if you don't mind.
Albert turns around, visibly upset as well, and is like, "I'm fucking broke, just like Elzeiros," and continues to walk outside. I'm very sorry I've wasted your time, but I seem to be one of the poors.
Just what? How much would you buy this Warhammer off of me? Just curiosity. I just want to know what you're buying stuff at.
Well, look, we can give you 3 gold pieces for that.
Oh,
So,
I see. This
so
is like
one war-
GameStop. Okay.
Yeah, right.
One Warhammer is worth about 1 arrow. Got it. I will be taking my business elsewhere too, and I also walk out.
I know you all don't want to hear this, but good luck out there. You'll see that things are also quite as expensive elsewhere.
Good luck not going out of business.
Well, you're outsiders, and your rudeness has really just reinforced how we treat you, so have a nice day.
That is not Bapef at all. Bapef, what's come over you?
Who's the friendly Bapef that I know?
I learned the value of coins.
It poisons us all.
Go ahead and roll a D100, Bapef.
I
don't know why they don't put D100 at the top. It's like
Okay, right in the middle.
What's your alignment?
neutral good.
Neutral good. Okay, well, we'll take that into account. Awesome. So you guys want to head over to the apothecary?
Why do I feel like there are air quotes around that?
Because we've been through this exact situation
before.
Rictavia's cart is still there, right?
Yeah. You guys notice the familiar cart in the stockyard here, showing that indeed Rictavio or Von Richten has made it back to the town here.
I'm going to take an acorn as if to, just like we discussed at the tower, alert him that we're trying to contact him and leave it by the cart.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll me a perception check as you come up to the cart.
Nat 1.
Gotcha. You discern nothing. You place the A cart and you leave.
The cart is a cart.
Oh, he also said we should be looking for his assistant or something along those lines. We could always go stop by our friend Blinksy. They seem to have a relationship.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Didn't Blinksy pack up once we bought all his toys?
I think he just packed up for the day.
It is worth going to the town square and seeing how things are there anyways.
Let's not take the cart. Let's kind of walk and skirt the edges of the town square.
So we're going to leave our cart parked here in the yard.
No, let's park it in front of the inn.
Okay.
That way it looks like it's being delivered.
Oh, that's fair.
Perfect. So you all are turning around and going back to the inn?
Yes?
Because everything sounds like a bad idea at this point.
Just clarifying
No,
where you're going.
I'm not giving you shit at all, but literally everything sounds like a bad fucking idea.
It's the intonation.
Go ahead and everybody give me a stealth check here. Group stealth check. Oof. Awesome. So as you all begin to ride your cart down the middle of the street here, you do start to notice that people are starting to take note of you. Some of the guards and also some of the villagers as well. What little of them out on the streets there are.
Is
whose
it,
idea was it to come here?
Them admiring us, or can I get a judge of tone on the faces?
Give me an insight check. Yeah, so as you look at these faces as they walk past you, the guards, you can't really make out just a hint of awareness of you. Some of the Barovian, the commoners in that case, they just have blank stares as they look up at you, the ones that are out on the streets.
But nobody's saying all will be well or any of those rainbow
Nothing.
jambos anymore.
Not any of it.
Not allowed.
Yeah, again, you guys noticed that all of the decorations had been torn out and moved into piles when you first came in.
You know what? I'm gonna do something here that might be very dumb.
Send it.
Fuck yeah.
Love
I
it.
love when Miles does dumb things.
I'm gonna get fairly far away from the group, like a few blocks as they're going to the hotel.
Mhm.
Then walk forward a little bit so like I'm not associated with the group, and then I want to go up to a guard and talk to him.
Awesome. Cool. So we'll say they are out of earshot. Did you didn't
Actually,
really
hold on.
tell the group what you were going to do, right?
I have not. And we were at the shop, which is where are we on the map
So-
right now?
Yeah, so you are
Yard is
down
southeast,
here.
and we're walking towards the middle
All right,
dot.
perfect. I want to go towards the eastern gate when I do this.
Got it. So you're going to turn and go the other way.
Yeah, actually, shit. Hold on 1 second. My dog's barking.
Albert's just going yip yip.
Albert, seems like we're rapidly wearing out our welcome here. What exactly are we trying to accomplish here at this point that we've gone to the shops?
I think we're trying to
Just contact
Von Richten if possible.
if we can't
Perhaps
find
seek
out how to
guidance
do
going
that-
forward.
Yeah, if we can't find a way to do that quickly, we should probably skedaddle.
I'm back.
Awesome. So as you split off from the group and you start heading east towards the gate here, guessing your hood's pulled up, you're being your stealthy vampire hunter self.
Actually, no. I'm gonna explain to you what I'm about to do, and we can roleplay this if you want to.
Yeah.
I actually want to find out if the guards recognize us, so I want to make sure I'm close to the eastern gate so I can run away if I need to. I want to pull my hood down, talk to one of the guards, and if he doesn't recognize me, I want to tell him exactly who I am and see his reaction.
All right, cool. So
Goes
you
to prison.
approach one of the mini guards that are standing in front of the around the eastern gate. Again, you see them talking to a group of commoners. Some of them have like little bundles in their hands that they seem to be trying to leave Vallaki. As you approach, a guard notices you, and he actually just comes straight up to you. May I ask where you're going, sir?
Yes, actually, to talk to you.
What can I be of help? What can I do for you?
Well, it seems that there's been some trouble here lately. Can I ask what that was about?
I mean, the Baron was deposed. I will say. Were you not around here for it? Have you not heard?
I was, but I had to go away for a little while. I was making a delivery, and I didn't know what had happened since then.
Well, as you can see, there's been a changing of the guard. Lady Wachter now heads the city here.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I'll let you make that distinction. It's better in my eyes, I will say, as I am the lady's man.
Fair enough. Well, the reason I'm asking is because I'm gonna pull my hood down. I am one of the ones who deposed the Baron.
Well, congratulations. I do recognize you. What can I do for you?
Actually, I was mostly just checking to see if you'd attack me on sight. That I didn't have a plan past that, actually.
You're alive.
Yeah, that actually makes things a lot better. Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you for your help. I guess. See you later.
No,
Weirdo.
thank you for your help. You cleared a lot up. Thank you. And then I'm gonna go catch up with the group.
Okay, cool. So you catch up with the group while they're just in front of the Blue Water Inn. While you're approaching, what is the group doing here?
Albert's just coolly walking the horse to the hotel.
Walking.
Or to the inn.
Listen, if Strahd wants us to wants us over for dinner, and shit's this expensive, like, he's got to at least help pay for some of our clothes, because I can only imagine what a pair of fancy shoes is going for. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking we show up naked at this point.
Yeah, I don't have the money to buy a nice set of clothes. Do you guys?
I mean, he invited us, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
When
you
Els
could at
comes
least,
back,
you know-
did I notice him coming back?
Yeah, you don't notice anything yet.
Okay.
No, he could at least, toss us some coin, so we
Well,
don't blow our
Here's a
savings.
crazy idea. We haven't been killed yet, which is good. Lady Walkner actually kinda owes us for helping her. I don't think we ever received payment for that.
Or even a thank you.
Or, yeah.
Oh, she did. Thank
we
us.
spoke to her very briefly, and we told her that we would like to stop by her house. I don't know that it's the best idea, but perhaps we could get a reward or nice clothes from her. I don't know.
What's the worst that could happen?
I wouldn't
if
ever
she's-
say that again.
If she's if she's friendly with Strahd, then she might go out of her way to help us a little too.
What if we just act like we're the friends?
We could just say that, hey, we were invited to see Strahd,
Bet she didn't get that invite.
but we are unfortunately not dressed for the occasion. Could you help us? I don't know.
Exactly where my head was at, Albert.
I like that idea.
It's not the worst idea.
It's not the worst, but a lot of the ideas right now sound like the worst ideas.
But she can't kill us, because if she kills us, we can't make it to dinner. And Strahd probably wouldn't be very happy about that.
Also, if we do head over to her place, let's think of a reward, perhaps other than just clothing. Chalo, you needed a shield, right?
A shield, yeah.
There's a lot of things we could ask, but we should first verify that does she have ill intent towards us? If she holds no ill intent towards us, that may open up a lot of freedom within inside the city.
And being that Strahd has invited us, she, worst case, could only detain us until that meeting.
Or she could not know we have a meeting with Strahd and want to kill us. But
I can clear some of this up.
Zero, what's up?
Well, you may have noticed my disappearance for a moment. I went to test the water for the guard, and he said he was the lady's man. And he did not arrest me or try to kill me on sight, and we had a pleasant conversation. I even told him I was one of the ones who helped dispose the Baron. So it seems the lady, unless she is playing a very convoluted game, bears us no major ill will.
Are you opposed? Is anybody opposed to going to visit her? Or perhaps just popping into the bar here to see if her sons are there? Maybe we could gauge off of them?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Might as well
Start
pop
there.
in anyways. We're already here.
Are you guys going into the bar, or are we continuing on? I know you wanted to drop off the wagon, so here you all are.
We will definitely park the wagon. The spectral steed will dissipate. Is everybody good going in here? Perhaps getting some data?
Yeah,
I'm up for it.
My invisibility worn off.
I think.
How long has it been?
I think it's
Probably.
concentration up to an
Alright.
hour. It's probably been over an hour.
Yeah.
Alright.
E Bapef walks up and opens the.
I'm following closely behind him.
With him.
Okay, cool. So yeah, as you all begin to walk into the tavern here, familiar aroma hits your nose here. You see Erwin and Rictavio as well as Danica. One or two commoners, but for the most part, the Blue Water Inn is quite empty. As you walk in here, they all greet you quietly, somberly, but it doesn't look like anything's too out of place in the inn.
Yeah, I walk in and greet Rictavio.
Gentlemen, it's been but a couple of days. Did you miss me already?
Yes, we had quite an eventful time there. We had some questions about perhaps some. Well, I wouldn't want to call them foes quite yet, but you are a monster hunter after all.
No. Hey, Bapef, shut the fuck up. What are you doing?
Rictavio stands on his feet and just gives you a quite slap across the face, and you take 2 damage from the slap. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. My hand must have gotten the better of me. You know, these bardic tendencies were a little of a wild card. Would you mind restating what you just said, but slower?
Albert, perhaps you could state this. I'm just going to take a step back.
Go ahead and give me an insight check, Bapef.
Nat 20.
Yeah, you realize that Rictavio's quite pissed off with what you just said here in this case, because he is Rictavio, not the monster hunter.
Yeah, but we're in the
Rictavio.
bar that he's friends with everybody with. Aren't we in
There's
company?
a commoner there.
Oh, okay. I guess there's a
He's
commoner.
He's in an
Well,
alias.
and you don't know if Erwin and Danica know who he is.
All right.
But Erwin and Danica are crow people, right?
Yes, they are. They are the keepers of the feather.
Yeah.
And actually, go ahead and roll a history check real quick. Not with advantage.
22.
Yeah, if you remember, while you guys were in the tower here with Rictavio, he said he has been trying to figure out who the Keepers of the Feather are and what their purpose here is in Barovia.
Erwin, Danica, so nice to see you. We actually just came from your father's place, uncle's place.
My brother's place.
Your brother's
Yes.
place. Yes, he says to give his best to you.
Yeah, well, he's still an old codger who's quite annoying. But thank you. I take it the winery is in good health then?
We tried to leave it better than we found it, and I think we have accomplished at least that much. I think we were able to help him out quite a good deal.
That's good. You know, the wine is paramount in such perilous country as Barovia is.
We are a bit tired from the road. Is the room still available to us?
Well, I think, as you can imagine, since our upheaval, which I'm gonna only assume you had something to do with, there hasn't been quite as many visitors, you know, even if there really wasn't that many visitors before. But yes, the room is still open to you and yours.
Regrettably, we did have something to do with that, unfortunately. Do you see Lady Walker's sons here anymore, or do they party elsewhere now?
As you can imagine, with the changing of the sovereign over this place, they've been quite busy. They seem to be rooting out the last of the Baron's men, is only what I can assume.
That is a bit of a relief, but a bit of a let's not say issue, but something similar to that. I think we will go upstairs for a little bit as we are weary from the road, but perhaps we'll come back down for some supper.
The room is open to you, Anuos. As you all begin to turn to the stairs, Rictavio does stand and begin to follow you. Gentlemen, if a word I think is in order, if I'm not mistaken. Perhaps
Yes.
somewhere privately.
Why don't you join us upstairs in our room? We are so weary, we wouldn't want to sit down here and talk. I'd rather lay on a bed, honestly.
Awesome. So you all begin to walk up the stairs and hack yourselves into one of the rooms. And they'll leave it up to you. Which one?
I think we'll go into the 4-bedroom. At least I will. Albert's going to kind of curl up over here.
Well, gentlemen, what have you found out? I'm surprised to see you back in Vallaki so soon.
Well, something you may find as a surprise is we burnt down the Goliath tree.
The Goliath tree.
Goliath tree, yes, forgive me.
Did you root it out?
We burnt it to a stump.
That should rid the evil of this realm. Did you figure out anything while you were there, though?
Well, there were evil druids, and I kind of glanced to some of my other party members to see how willing they are to reveal information.
I nod to Albert as I think we're in a safe place to talk about it.
Elzeiros, Muurujin,
I also
Chalo.
nod.
I nod a bit. Maybe you. Actually, never mind.
Well, we found something quite interesting, and we're hoping maybe you'd be able to fill us in a bit more of Strahd's history and what you know of it.
What have you found?
I am reluctant to say, but I think we found Strahd's diary.
Is it the dusty old tome? The one with the seal on the front?
That would be the one.
I thought this was out of my reach. Do you have it?
We don't have it on us. Why? Is there anything you know about this tome?
I had it for a very, very short period of time, and again, I thought it was gone. I translated the first chapter and didn't get a chance to read it thoroughly, though.
Let me ask you this. When you read through the first chapter, what was that like?
I mostly just translated it, and then I was harried, and they got a hold of it again. I only had it for a very short amount of time.
Who's they?
I mean, Strahd's minions.
That's interesting. Where did you originally come by it?
I might have swiped it out of the castle at one point.
I just look over to Albert and give him a eye of confidence that the book is important.
Albert kind of already knew the book was important, to be fair. But
if Strahd knew we had this diary, would he come after it?
Gentlemen, if you have the tome, I would very much just assume that there are people coming after it as of now.
Should we tell him about the dinner?
That is good to know. We should also mention that when we burned down the Goliath tree.
Gothias tree, yes.
Gothias tree, yes.
I expect a learned man of your nature to be able to pronounce things, but I guess
it's just the Barovian accent.
Yes.
We were invited to go to dinner with Strahd.
An invitation? What does the invitation say? Explicit.
It told us to not bring weapons. It told us we had a truce until dinner time. And it said to be dressed nicely.
A truce from Strahd. This might be used to our advantage. He starts thinking. You see him think pensively. Are you going to go?
The group is undecided. As you can understand, there are some of us that look at this as a knowledge-gaining opportunity. Others of us are very upset with Strahd and are unsure of their ability to hold back their anger in a situation in such close proximity with him.
Gentlemen, I might maybe hopefully sway some of your opinions. We could use his own hubris against him. He's giving us access to where he lives and the people around him, and offering us a banner of truth. I really do believe you should take this offer and maybe try to contain your anger in case we might be able to actually find something else out about him, a weakness perhaps.
You and I are in similar schools of thought. Perhaps some of the others would be able to voice their opinions on the matter.
I don't think all of us will be going, as we have a few who may not be able to calm those tempers, but yes, we agree that this is a great opportunity to maybe spy out some extra information. What do you think we should be looking for if we should go to dinner with him?
I mean, anything and everything. There's so much you could probably gain. Perhaps a better layout of the castle. If he is inviting you under a banner of truce, I say we take it. He has enough hubris to let us in there, then take it.
Yeah, we can definitely map out the location as best as possible once on site. Aside from that,
I think it would be a mistake to turn him down. I will say that.
I think I agree. I feel we are rather bullied into it. It's our only option. However, it seems quite quick and desperate of him, maybe, after what we did to the tree. So I just wonder, maybe what that tree meant to him, or if he...
I don't think it's desperate or quick. I think he's having fun toying with you. I would really suspect that he just wants to understand you better.
My question to you would be that if we do have his book and he knows that, do you think he would be tricking us to go there?
I think you would be foolish to take that book with you. I will say that.
I think that's our leverage. It's having that book on us, or at least not in his possession. Okay.
Does anybody else have anything to say? Bapef, Muurujin. Anybody?
Yeah. I would like to ask you, regarding the book. Obviously, it has some sort of strange power. Do you know if this is 100% of his making? Is this something? Are the contents possibly all accurate?
I mean, it's his handwriting. I think you could probably match that with some of the letters you said he sent to you.
That's a great point. We could do that.
So, did you translate chapter 1, or did you translate the prelude?
Just the prelude. What little of it I could. I didn't get a chance to read it all the way.
Can you tell me what you remember of it?
Again, I just translated it. It seemed like it was something of his youth and in his castle. As a young man, I believe he was 13.
Rictavio, this may... you have done so much to help us. I'm still very hesitant to share too much information, as this land has just got me on edge.
Gentlemen, I'm not going to be telling you the full truth either, if that's what you're worried of.
Fair point.
You'd mentioned that you were trying to figure out who the Ravens were. Have you made any progress on that?
Well, judging by the reaction of the barkeeps, who I've always had suspicion, and their talk of the winery as you walked in, I can imagine so that they're at least a part of the Were Raven clan here. Yes.
Yes.
Is there a reason in particular you were seeking them out? Were you hoping to forge an alliance, or...
Allies against Strahd would be beneficial, especially if that is what they actually do. That is why I have been seeking them out, yes.
Have you reached out to them before?
I think we've been playing a coy game of cat and mouse, I will say. I think we're both pretty aware of each other's existence. I just don't know if they know my true identity.
Perhaps they did. Is there anything that would make you think that they shouldn't trust you?
Do they know my true identity, Bard?
Not that I'm aware of, no. Aside from that maybe mild slip up down there in the bar, but I don't think anything came of it.
Yes, our druid friend is not quite on with social norms. I can forgive him. Nothing a quick pat would solve. You'll have to forgive me.
Forgive me as well. I'm not used to keeping so many secrets.
Well, I suggest you start getting better at those.
As do I.
Gentlemen, where is your travels taking you? When do you go to the castle?
2 nights from now.
Well, again, I suggest you take it, and you use it as an opportunity to learn, and maybe not let, again, some rage get the better of you. And I also highly suggest sticking together as a group. Could you only imagine if 1 or 2 of you were split off from the main group, what might happen? Especially if you turned down his offer.
Let me ask you this. We have come to the city. One of us has spoken to the guards. It doesn't seem they're after us. What have you heard of our reputation in the city, and do you think it would be wise to go seek out Lady Walkner?
I would give Lady Walkner a fair berth. I don't think she will outright harm you, but I should suspect that she has some plot. I don't believe that she will lay hands on you, especially if you're under a banner of truce with Strahd at the moment.
Would it be unwise to play the friend right now?
I don't think she needs you as a friend.
That is a very fair point.
Would it be fair to play the one that's trying to get paid for the job done?
I think you would be quite stupid to do such a thing. Just a thought.
Fair enough.
I think your reward might be free passage at the moment, if I had to guess. And I would imagine if you stir any troubles up here or sentiment against her, there might be action taken on you. There might already be a plot in motion, but again, I don't know for sure.
Sounds like we won't be sticking around here for too long.
What else is new?
It was said to us that we should wear nice clothing. Is there anywhere in the city that you think would be able to outfit us?
Not without great cost, I'm afraid. I possibly have some costumes in my cart. I wouldn't say they're too fine, but maybe they can get you part of the way there.
What about the Baron's estate?
They ransacked that place, and why do you ask?
Maybe he had some nice clothes. He probably doesn't need them anymore.
That's what he's saying, is they ransacked it. They've already probably been taken. And with this city's economy, they're probably 5,000 gold on the market already.
Well, nothing's preventing us from finding someone with nice clothes and just taking them.
This is true. I mean, we don't have to make any more friends in this city.
We could mug them.
Paladin, you might want to cover your ears for the next part.
Vallaki
I'm
hates
going
to
to
see
step
us
outside the room.
I'm gonna go use the restroom while you all talk amongst yourself real quick.
We seem to be... Go ahead.
What happens if we don't wear nice clothes?
I don't think they necessarily require us to have nice clothes.
It is a
I think
requirement.
they would.
It
I
is
think
a requirement.
he was taunting us with wearing our nicest outfits, but.
Well, I mean, if the dude has a castle, what if we show up and
you want the
see
rental
what
coat?
we're wearing, and then he provides us clothes?
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. He's here to taunt us anyway. We show up underdressed. He just has another reason to taunt us.
That is entirely fair.
It could also just be a ploy to distract us with the task of getting clothes.
Draining our pockets of all of our gold would definitely benefit him. Putting ourselves at risk.
That's a
I
fair
think
enough
he's
point.
strong enough where our gold coffers will not be a concern of his.
Well, anything that drags us down is amusing to him, it seems.
Fair.
So I say we show up as is. Maybe we don't even let Bapef shower.
I like this idea.
No, I
agree.
would highly recommend Bapef showering because it's just a nuisance to smell him on all of us. That's again punishing us.
And also him.
Yes,
from
but it's
that
also
logic.
punishing Strahd, which I can get behind. I will suffer so he
Exactly.
suffers.
Our stink bomb, we could say. Worst case, he sends him off to the showers, and he has a reason to go peruse the castle.
Actually, you came up with a great idea.
What if we just let him think we're a bunch of losers who are poor and
he wouldn't have
don't have
invited
money
us to
for
dinner
clothes.
then.
To be fair, most of this party is a bunch of losers.
Exactly. You read my mind. We were a bunch of poor losers as is, my good fellow.
We wouldn't have to put up much of an act.
Which is easier for us because we're not very good at acting either.
Maybe we just be ourselves and let him underestimate us.
I like that. I think we need to take this next meeting with a little bit more of grace. We've taunted him enough, and I think if we want to let him play his game, that might benefit us in this case, just as Octavio is telling us.
Octavio, are you here yet?
Unfortunately, agree.
I know it's hard for you, Els, but this one situation, I think we might have to play the part.
I mean, if he's going to allow you into his castle, I think that's a misstep on his part, and we might as well exploit it.
Hubris. He's got some of that.
Why we've got you here, Octavio? What do you know about Bazzlo saga?
The ruins of Perez.
What does she look like?
Don't know what she looks like. I've still very clear. All I know is that Strahd destroyed Perez, burned it to the ground, over a woman. I can't quite remember her name. That this was years, ages ago. He smoked that town.
And then what do you know about the old mansion south of Vallaki?
Angervost. It seemed to have been a part of the Order of the Silver Dragon, I believe. I just know it's quite a ruin at the moment. The commoners say it's quite haunted. Is there something that's leading you there?
Uh, Initially, the card reading we received, which I believe we talked about, indicated that there may be assistance there. Be it be what form it is, I can't exactly say, but it mentioned that perhaps something we're looking for is there.
Yes, Strahd conquered this valley a long time ago, and they were kind of the final stand, if you will, against Strahd and his generals. Um, again, someone that Strahd put to the sword before his ascent into the darkness, it would seem.
So I've got to be honest with you. We were reading through the book a little bit, and it would seem that maybe he wasn't the one to lead that onslaught. He was just a piece of a bigger plan at that point in time.
A showman, essentially. There for show.
I mean, Strahd is nobility, was nobility. He did have an army. He does come from a land far away.
Yes, but I don't think he was necessarily the one to lead the charge. He was not the commander at the time.
At
I mean,
least
would
in
you
that
know
memory.
Do you know a king to lead his army into the heat of battle? I have never.
That's fair enough. It just didn't seem like he was giving the orders.
I mean, that man has many advisors around him, especially one of power. Strahd's prowess in battle is quite well known, at least from what I've read and gathered.
I believe he was just a young lord, based on the passage that we perused.
Did you learn this from the tome? Then I take it.
It would, yes, but who's to say that that isn't biased to how Strahd wants to remember it?
Fabricated, if you
Fabrication
will.
from his perspective.
I will say one thing. He hasn't been a liar. I will put it that way.
I will
Typically
say,
does say what he means.
the story did seem very real, if you will.
Gentlemen, what do you plan on doing with this tome in your trip? And it sounds like you plan to go to Berez?
Well, based on what you told us about it, we might have to hide it.
If I may be so bold, you could leave it with me. I think I could make a trip back up to the tower to stash it away.
And you yourself are hidden from Strahd's prying visage.
I would very much like to believe you, but I mean, we really need to be able to believe you, but last time you only had it for a second. What would be different this time?
Well, I mean, this time eyes are on you and not on me. I think is the biggest thing there.
If he has the tome, we can't read it.
You can come back for it.
And the tower would be a safe place to read it at.
I don't think there's anywhere else to keep it, honestly. But Albert does pose a good point, seeing as we're taking all the risk. Should we lose that book, that would cause us even bigger problems.
I guarantee you, if you go with that book to the castle, you will not be leaving with it.
Yes.
That is a very good point.
Well, yes, but I'm talking more about the in-between. Do we want to keep the book with us before then?
Rictavio, do you plan to be in town for a couple more days?
If I'm not in town, I will be at my tower. I will leave word to the barkeep.
We did want to try to go through the book a bit more before we went to meet with Strahd, in case it was able to give us a bit more information, a bit more of an edge. Uh, so I don't know that we'd be comfortable leaving the book with you until right before we went to the meeting.
And you say you go to see Baba Lysaga, yes?
I don't know if we're going to Baba Lysaga or to, what did he say, Engelvolst?
Engelvolst, yes, the mansion.
We're certainly not bringing the book there.
Oh, well, we might.
Well, I don't know. I feel like that could be a threat too, seeing as how she's in league with Strahd as well.
Well, yeah. But
We
if
don't-
she gets the book, that means we're dead.
Exactly. If we
Gentlemen,
don't have it there, she can't take it.
Baba Lysaga is very, very powerful. She is a witch of immense power, and she does have a coven around here. And she has an uncanny ability to know things. I'll put it that way. If you do go to see her, please take great caution.
As far as the haunting, have you seen any of that, or do you think it's just nonsense stirred up to keep people away from there?
It's sometimes hard to tell with Barovia. There's so many things that are quite haunting, to put it the least, and there is a lot of danger. I think if you're looking for something to do with the Order of the Silver Dragon, that would be a good place to start.
We may need to check that out before we head to this
I'm
witch.
thinking that's actually a better idea. Beings as the witch is, as we've been told, quite powerful.
We need more information. We're still
Always
kind of
trust
lost.
hunters in their own land.
I'll be right back.
That being said, do need to. Well, we don't need to, but we do want to recover that gem. Are we going to just avoid the Bablaga? What?
Baba Lysaga, god
Baba
damn it.
Lysaga.
Baba Lysaga.
Baba lasagna.
Yeah, Baba Lasagna. Are we just going to avoid her? Or try to come up with another plan? Really the question. Otherwise, we're probably going to have to abandon the idea of getting that third stone.
The way I see it, with how things have gone, to get that stone, we probably have to go through her because she's probably knows of its power.
I think long term, it's worth the risk.
I think so too, but we'll definitely have to go with that when we're fully rested.
Right.
We can
Right.
try to recover it without running into her, but should that fail, be prepared.
Something tells me she's going to have it hidden somewhere.
And if we see anybody doing any rituals, we'll just, knock them out first.
Have to kill them.
So is that the plan then, gentlemen? Are we going to head to the haunted ruins? The Silver Dragon, and then worry about the hag?
You look at my.
I think that's our best option, honestly, is stack the cards in our favor before dealing with her.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
in our current state, I think that would be the best idea.
That's the safest bet.
Now, in regards to the book,
I think
Rotavio, would you perhaps accompany us to the ruins, and before we go visit Bobby Bobby Lee.
Baba Lysaga.
Bobby Lee Mom!
Bobby Lysaga, we could perhaps give you the book and you can take it for safekeeping.
I have the information you've given me has made me think I am needed elsewhere. I can't join you. I am sorry for that.
Well, I have to ask, since you said that. Well, where could you else could you be needed now that we've given you information?
Well, that's for me to know, and I will tell you when I'm ready.
Well, it seems like if you can't trust us with that information, it seems hard for us to trust you with the book.
Gentlemen, I just gave you way more information. This is a tentative relationship, and it's mutually beneficial. I have my reasons, and I'm sure you have yours.
Right. This book does seem extremely powerful and dangerous. Yeah.
Like I said, you can entrust me with it, or you can take it with you. I'm not here to twist your arm.
If we were to meet before meeting with Strahd, where would the best place to be able to meet you in 2 days from now?
2 days from now. I can be here in 2 days from now. Is there a specific time?
Afternoon.
Do we have a time for dinner with Strahd?
I would feel better if we met you at the tower itself, knowing where that book is before we leave.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would.
Could you meet us at the tower in 2 days?
I could try, yes.
And if not, we can leave it at the tower ourselves.
We'll try to meet you at the tower around noon in 2 days. That should give us time to get back to Vallaki and then over to Strahd's Manor.
By all means. And you are off now, then, to Angervost?
I believe that's where the path takes us.
Yeah.
We are a little bit worn out, but we should probably try to continue since it's still early in the day.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm in agreement. Any other ideas?
I think it's the best idea we have.
Agreed.
Onward then.
Take care, gentlemen. All will be well, he says with a wry smile.
Blessed be the fruit.
Goodbye,
Awesome.
Octavio.
So with that, Octavio goes and walks out the front door, disappears off into the afternoon mist in that case. What is the party's plan here?
What time is it?
We'll say it's like 5 o'clock.
Can I guesstimate the travel time to the ruins?
I mean, I can pull up the map for you if you want to go ahead and...
It took us 2 hours to get here from the thing.
My concern
From the
is
winery.
something happening and us not being able to get back in a good hour.
I think we're gonna have to just take the risk of staying out at night.
His servant did kind of find us in the middle of nowhere. I'm pretty sure there will be some vampire fuckery afoot.
Well, he did say we were safe until the dinner as well, so we may find it a bit easier to sleep on the road if he is being honest, and from what our friend just told us, he typically is honest.
But Rictavio also stated that if he knows we have the book, then they're on the way to get it.
Well, he said that until he knew we had a truce, and then he changed his entire attitude.
Oh.
Which, again, if what he said is true, and he seems to generally be truthful, I would like to be able to assume that he will. Now, that's not saying we should 100% believe him, but we didn't see anything on the way here.
I think Richten showing up out of the mists out of absolutely nowhere was kind of them coming after it right out the bit.
Then why wouldn't he have attacked us? Why would he hand us an invitation?
Well, because he's toying with us.
Well, the tree was burned, but I don't think there would have been such an obvious sign that the book was unearthed. The tree was a very obvious thing.
Well,
Which
if he's
is-
already gone back there to check for it and it's not there, that should
Right.
tell him enough. We didn't cover up.
I think if we handle whatever's in the manor, we could just sleep there tonight.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Get the
I
show
think it's a
on the
good time
road.
for us to move. I think we're safe.
Yeah.
More safe than we've been before.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yep. Summon the spectral horse, come up to the cart, and we begin to go to the west end of the Vallaki.
Say that again? You sound like you're underwater.
We go to the west end of the Vallaki.
Cool. You begin to leave Vallaki then? We're done here.
Is there anything else you guys want to do? Do you want to stop at the church? Or we just want to get moving?
Being as the church has been defiled, the only thing I could think of is to bury Theron's ashes, but the church has been defiled.
What if we just bring them back with us? I mean, his goal was to leave here the same as us.
I think Theron would have loved that.
Yeah.
I think maybe we just put him and sprinkle him into the wine, maybe. Next to winery.
I feel like that would be the opposite of what he wished.
Yeah, probably not what Theron
That's
would
why I
have
want
wished.
to do it. Okay, fair enough. Still a touchy subject, I know.
Yip, going west.
Cool. Go ahead and what speed are you guys moving at? What pace?
Normal.
Secret tunnel speed.
Secret
Secret.
tunnel.
We can abandon the wagon though and just walk.
I mean, the wagon I assumed was going to be left at the.
Oh, okay.
But if you guys want to take the wagon, by all means.
What is our speed in the wagon versus
might-
walking? Is it
I-
They
equivalent?
might want it back.
I mean, if everybody is in the wagon, it'll be equivalent. If some people are on foot, it is going to be, the same pace as walking.
Well, just hoof it then. Just walk, I guess.
Awesome. So back on the road into the mist, you begin to cross over the bridge and come to the first crossroad. Go ahead and give me a perception check. And you guys are all walking, correct?
Yep. Group perception.
Right.
Yep, group perception. Perfect, yeah. So as you all begin to cross the bridge, again, as you all take a look around in the mist here, all seems, again, relatively quiet. Starting to become a little unnerving in this case. Is there anything you'd like to do at the crossroad here?
Trying not to be surprised by anything that might come out of the mist.
That's real helpful.
At best.
Definitely, yeah.
Just
Focusing
gonna
on noise.
glance down each way and make sure there's nothing unusual, and then try to just keep moving.
Yeah, as you take a left and right look, again, you can only see so far before everything's enveloped by the mist. You just see the trees and the mist, down the middle of the roads there as you continue on.
Do you gentlemen think we'll be able to entrust him with the book? He seemed
I don't
very
see how we have
excited
any
when
other
we said
choice.
we had it. I mean, we could hide it, but
We could
He
hide it,
seemed-
but I assume that Strahd has a way of finding it or knowing something about it.
The only safe
but
place
if he
is
is
the tower.
so all-seeing, wouldn't the tower be a blind spot? Wouldn't he be able to notice that?
You
Well,
would
the only
think
other
so.
place is the
The
winery.
one
Well,
that's
spot
the
you
thing
can't
about-
see, but
That's the thing about blind spots is that you're blind there.
he wouldn't even know that he can't see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He also seems to be the only real ally in this place.
The ravens seem to
For
be
now.
allies as well, But
I mean, honestly, I'm not a fan of the idea, but I prefer that to just burying it in the ground somewhere and leaving it.
Right.
It's not safe at that winery. I feel like that's somewhere where his, I guess if he appears
Yeah, they couldn't
there,
even
he could
defend
go
from
crazy.
5 druids.
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
we
5
just
druids and like a shit ton of little twig things. All right, God damn it.
Look, I'm saying I have more faith in the tower of this rig to explode than I do in the druid tower.
Just give me a fucking little bit of suspension of disbelief. You do it in other places, do it in some other ones. All right.
No, I'm for it. I'm with you.
that's what I'm trying to RP. Albert isn't completely sure about giving the book away. He's trying to start a dialect. And you guys are like min-max. It makes no sense.
I think we just hold on. I mean, that's what we're doing anyways. We'll just hold on to it until before the dinner and make sure that we do not go to the dinner with the book.
I also don't really need a weapon to perform my art, so I would suggest we go in full strength. Which means we really only have one more morning to read a chapter of this.
Right, that's why I'm thinking it's a good idea to hang on to it as long as possible.
All right, gentlemen. You have caught me at an unexpected moment. I did not expect you to turn tail and go towards the manor in this case. We've got about 20 minutes left here in the normal session. This area I don't want to just fucking wing, because there's a couple of things I'd like to do with it, and I'm not prepared. So what would you guys
We
like
want to
do?
take 5 then?
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we've got about 20 minutes left here, and I don't want to wing this whole area, because there's some fun
gotcha.
stuff in it.
You have 2 days until meeting Strahd, which a couple of people want to kill Strahd as soon as meeting him. But I think after the meeting with the hunter, maybe a little bit people are more understanding of how this could be strategic.
I think it was
I don't know. You haven't asked Els.
I don't know.
No, Els said it. He you
did.
kind of
Hold on. Let me go back.
Let me go
back. Elzeiros. What do you think about this vampire hunter guy in general? Do you trust him?
I think that he is a coward. But discretion is the better part of valor in some cases.
What leads you to believe he's a coward?
Well, he's been here for however many years and hasn't killed Strahd yet, and he's still alive, which either means he's afraid or he's a coward. One of 2 options, which are the same option.
I mean, you wouldn't think tactically gaining data instead of throwing yourself in front of a monster to get killed, living a long
What
time.
has he done with it?
Didn't he already try once and was thwarted? It is interesting that he's not dead, though.
And he's just been sitting around gathering dust since then?
Him saying he doesn't know who the Order of the Crows were was quite suspicious, that he's been here such a long time. But then
I might have given him a little too much time in Barovia, just as a heads up, sorry.
Okay, well then I recant some of my statement to a little degree.
We'll say it's like 8 months, not 2 years. Forgive me, gentlemen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, we've been here for 2 weeks.
Elzeiros, so what do you think about this monster hunter guy?
Little retcon, never hurt anybody.
I think that he is wise and we should trust a hunter in his own wood.
Okay. Do you believe that he can be trusted?
No, not at all. But I think if Strahd has 500 signs pointing to the fact that he's not going to harm us, I am willing to at least accept the fact that he is arranging this meeting for some reason other than to harm us.
So do you think the book will be safe with him?
I think it'll be as safe there as, or more safe there than many other places in this place. But that does not mean it will be safe.
I almost regret to ask this, but Chalo, what are your thoughts?
Listen, we don't take the book. Absolutely not. I think it's in better hands with the monster hunter at the tower. I'm still not completely sold on going to see Strahd, but if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing, and I will do my best to control my rage.
Yeah, and I think it might help you control your rage if you left your axe, because we are not supposed to bring
spear.
weapons or your spear.
Well, yes,
That's a tall ask.
Yes, God forbid I insult Strahd. Yes, I will leave my weapons.
By the way, how is that brand on your arm feeling?
You know, it's can't feel a thing. Do I feel anything different, Mike? Or is it just like a brand?
It's just a brand at the moment.
Yeah. I just no weird magic. Just I'm me.
I mean, it's kind of the definition of weird magic.
I mean, isn't all this weird magic?
Well, typically, hitting somebody is not weird magic.
To barbarian, all magic is weird.
Yeah, everything is weird. It doesn't. One thing I do know: I kill with spear. I get health back. I get some fortitude back, and I like that.
It does sound beneficial, but it also does sound like vampirism. Is anybody concerned about that? Anybody at all?
What makes you think vampirism?
It turns blood into life for the user.
Vampires do that.
That is what makes vampires vampires, for the most part. Well, so he has a vampiric spear, and we're fighting vampires, and nobody finds this odd at all? Nobody?
Worst case scenario, I do turn into a vampire. Wouldn't that be a good thing?
I will kill you.
Yeah, Elzeiros would not stand for it.
I'd like to say that.
But what if I turn into a vampire, but not by the traditional means, which it seems that this might be the case?
I mean, Muurujin, do you have any quarrels with vampiristic weapons, or any thoughts on this?
Weapons? Well, vampires are fiends, and they must be purged.
Right, but what about a weapon that's vampiric?
It's doing
I see
the purging.
no issue, and it depends on the way it is used, and if it could be cleansed, I think that should be a priority for using said weapon.
Chalo, do you mind if Muurujin tries to cleanse your weapon?
I prefer he not. What if it loses all its power?
What if it gets stronger?
Oh, it may be a blessing.
I don't know, but I am not too learned in magic, but that does not make sense to me.
Yes, but neither does reading.
And neither does a spear that talks to you.
Hey, but here we are.
That being said, Bapef, Chalo, you know me, it's Bapef. I'm gonna hold out my spear and see if it reacts with his blade. Chalo, could you just, touch your weapon against mine real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, take that to the bathroom.
Nothing's cuter than a bunch of lads touching weapons with one another on the road, huh?
Hey, we still got our boots on.
Nothing happens as you begin to.
Bazzlo puts his flute into the mix.
Oh, finally you're doing something.
Anything happened with my flute?
Oh, that's all right. Just wanted to check something, and I just kind of keep it to myself about my staff.
Now that all the touching is out of order.
So you all are about right here through this talking and moving on. you all begin to come up on what seems to be a massive oak in a little clearing along the road. You begin to approach the oak, and you notice that there's nooses hanging down off of this tree. And you see a disheveled man digging in the dirt very fervorously in that case. And we're going to go ahead and end the session there.